Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 01 of 1 back again. We are playing Stationeers, we are on Vulcan, and we're just going to get into it. We have a lot more to build, so we're working on in this area right now. So I think I needed, so I need more silicon so I can finish off all the piping here. Now I have all of the materials here to finish off the roof, so I'm not really worried about that. However, I am going to need the rest of the dirty ore that I have going into the combustion centrifuge right now to finish doing whatever it is it's doing, so I can put up the other combustion centrifuge, which also needs to be built. So, still working on it. We have another 59 silicon. That would be enough, maybe, to finish off. Yeah, let's just do this for now. And then we'll get our insulated pipes made, get as much as we can built. I mean, 59, that should be more than enough to get the rest of the roofing done. And that needs to go on, and then that needs to open up. And then we wait. And we're just about done. Okay, so that is good. Reset that, and it starts back up again. All right, now silicon is here. So we have one full stack, which is good. And then we'll just make this into some ingots real quick. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, next thing. All right, so now that we have that, we have silicon again. Insulated pipes. We'll go with 20 for now. We'll let that build up. Let's see what we have for our water here. And actually, let's check this too. Okay, so that's not actually doing anything at the moment. All right. That is at 33.7, and we have 6.5 liters up there, so we can pump that into our garden. Greenhouse water system, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. Good. Okay, so this is all good. It's seeded. How are we doing here? This is also seeded. Okay. Soybean seeds. We have lots of them now, which is great. Have some more tomato seeds, which is also great. All right. Soybean, 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 soybean. There we go. Excellent. All right. Throw these into here. I think everything else is probably okay. We're at 70 something. Okay, so that gets to go into there. Can make it into some lovely oil. Guess we'll just throw that in there for now. Those can go into there. And then we're good here. Just gonna eat some food as long as I'm here. Good. Drinking water. All right. Okay, so, right. We need to pump the water in now. Yeah, 305 is pretty okay. All right. Now we just have to wait for that to get pumped out. All right, we'll wait until it's like under like 1/10 of a liter. Under 1/2 a liter. Under 1/4 liter now. And that should be good. All right. So we're at 9 liters in the tank now, which is great. Go back this way. Basically just resets it to where it was before. Not that it really matters, but... Could probably use some power. Is this on? All right. So let's get that going. Ooh, it's actually a little warm in there. Huh. All right, well, hopefully that'll give us a little bit of power. Let's see, we need this, and I'm gonna make another set. Okay. Wonder how far I'll be able to get with this. We're about to find out. Not quite all the way, but pretty close. All right. All right, how's our... We're at 1.37 megapascals for that. Should I put some air in there? We should probably put some air in there. Want that cool. Bring it under 500 kilopascals. That should be good or about right there. Yeah. All right, and then grab that. And then keep it all going. Okay, calm down. Okay, so there's that done. All right, and this is going to be to the flat. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Yay. Okay, so our ceiling is now done. Good. Next is going to be setting up. I mean, we've got the furnace kind of set up, but I need to finish setting it up, so I'm going to need some iron sheets for that. 4, I think. 2 with the wrench, 2 with a welder. Do I have iron sheets? I do not. Okay. Can I make some? All right. sheets, iron, go ahead. Alright, next thing. Okay, I don't know if I still have more in here. I'm assuming I probably do. Looks like I've only gone through like one stack, so it's probably full here, here, here as well. So let that keep going. And once that's, you know, gone through everything, I mean, this is just filling up now, so we've got 200 in there now. So it's 10,000 pieces of ore that we could be getting out of there. But I just don't have the speed for it yet. All right. So let's get our furnace working. All right. So this will go here. That will go there. Then we need the welder. There we go. All right. So that is now good to go. Now all I have to do is tell this to go back over to here. Okay, so I think that should be fine. All right, so now all I need to do is get some power around here, so that'll be fun. I'm probably gonna have to go outside to finish it, because I don't think I can actually get around here where I need to. It'll be fine. Just make a ring around everything. That is not where that was supposed to go. Still not around this thing entirely yet. Alright, and then once I get to here, I can get the rest of it from inside. So that'll be good there. It's my huge atmospheric collection right there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go check on the Stirling engines because it doesn't look like they're actually giving us any power, which is a little odd. I mean, it's definitely running. 92.55, yes, this is producing about half speed, or half the whatever that this is. Let's go to this one. Yeah, 6,500. This is producing 1,200. So nothing's broken, so these should be pumping in like a ridiculous amount of power. Right? I mean, you would think, right? $10843. Okay, so this is all still the same network. Why are they still discharging? They should be charging. This is why I need the graphs, man. Because I think there is something not quite right somewhere. Now we just have to wait for that thing. Okay, well. Oh, they are charging. Okay. Just looked like they weren't, but I guess they are. Okay, that's fine. Eventually I'll get that thing up and running, but just not right now. All right, how are we doing, Mr. Combustion? Well, actually, hold on. Before I do that, let's check this. Go here, 98.5, 98.5. Good, mix it. All right, how are we doing here? Still processing. Okay. This is probably the last of it, though, if I had to guess. Okay. Right, let's go print off another 50 cables, I guess. Cable, coil, there we go. All right. So we've got our power coming through here now. All right, and then this needs to come down through here. Okay. There we go. Oh, that has to be filled up with some sort of atmosphere. Well. We'll fill it up with CO2 once I get to that point. Well, I mean, I have CO2 already, so I guess we kind of are at that point. Yeah, I can't put pollutant in here. I mean, I could put in CO2 and then also use this for cooling down the water. Because if I put in steam into there with CO2, right? The CO2 will add to the pressure, and then that will force all of the steam to become water, which I can then take out. I think that'll work. All right. So this thing needs to be sort of like pre-dosed, I guess, with some steam. Or CO2, I should say. We have 815 kilopascals and 10,000 moles of CO2 in here right now. It's quite warm. But we are going to have to get it over into here somehow. It's going to require a lot more pieces of pipe than I have. So let's work on our combustion centrifuge, get it set up. Then how's our power? Hang on. Let me just make sure everything is the same network. Okay, go to here. 11502, 11502, 11502, 110,502. Okay, so that's all good. And this should be a separate one. 107,295. 107,295. Okay. All right. Make sure that's got everything coming in, and then that should be. Oh no. Yep. Okay, so it's good. All the networks are as they should be, so that's good. All right. I don't know why this one isn't charging. I mean, maybe it is charging. Maybe I just have to set this thing up and then it'll be fine, but meh. All right, let's see. So, how much, I have 5 megapascals. Holy crap, dude. That's a lot of fuel. Well, make more water, I guess. Okay, and we got our next 50 of cable over there, so that's good. This is now all done. Good. Which means I can now take apart a lot of this. Right. So there's that. More chutes. More chutes. All right. So that should be good there, and then I have to take out these ones. All right. So that'll be good there. Let's not take apart the floor. I think that would probably be a bad idea. I mean, honestly, here it probably wouldn't even matter because that's just going to go down to the lower area, so I don't think it'll be a problem, but who knows. Now, that has to be on a frame, so I need a frame. I'm just going to put one there temporarily and then remove it after. Padded wall. Do I not have a frame? Apparently not. Okay. How are we doing over here? How are you doing over here? You're doing okay. All right. Let's go. You know what? Let's make 20 frames. Might as well, right? You don't need to be on. How are we doing here? Are you doing okay? How are you doing? You're doing okay? Are you doing okay? Everyone doing okay? I think everyone's doing okay. Right. Let's grab just one of these. Actually, I might need 2 to place it. I don't know. Blocked by composite window. Oh, crap. Yeah, this has to move. Okay. That's going to be complicated. I mean, not really, but sort of. All right, so I need just regular old wall. Do I have regular wall? I do not. Okay. Are you done doing your thing? You were taking a very long time to make those things. It's got to get up to 16, so I suppose for the time being, I'll add it to the group. One more. Here we go. All right. So that'll be it for those. Let's make some walls. Just regular old walls. All right. This is going to have to be reset. There we go. All that does is it just resets the counter inside the machines. Because right now the export counter on the auto lathe was at 2. So if I told it to make 50 in the next one, it'll only make 48. So I don't know, it's fine. All right, so let's hop down here. All right, so I have to put in a wall here. All right. Okay, so now I can take the wall out from the inside. Good to go. Okay, now I have to be very, very, very careful that I don't take out the back wall. Because then, I mean, it's not going to be that big of an issue, but it would have just meant that I would have had to evacuate the entire base. Not like leave it, but, you know, like evacuate all the gas out of it, so. Okay, let's go back to our frame. Okay, so we can now set that, good. And then we need our little combustion centrifuge, which we can actually set in here, good. That's going to go this way. Right there. Can I drop it down one? I cannot. Okay, so that's where it's got to go. All right, sweet. So then we can take that apart and figure out what we need to get this thing going. I'm assuming some amount of welding will be involved. Steel sheets. Do I have steel sheets? I don't think so. Do I want steel sheets? Absolutely. How many steel sheets? 20 sounds like a good number. All right. Let's see, what can I do while I wait? So I'm going to run this up the side here, so he doesn't like completely interfere. There we go. And then we can set this thing. Actually, it's going to need one of these. Actually, no, that's going to go here. Good. Okay, so now we have more cable. Do not run with those, you will knock yourself out. We have 20, good. And spit them out just like it should have. All right. One cable coil. Easy enough. All right. So second combustion centrifuge is now up and running. I have to get this thing set up. So I'm going to take this with me, take this one, borrow the code, and then put it back, and then write the code to this one, and then that can go up into there. That'll be good to go. All right. And there is our storm coming through. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know, it's a thing. All right, and then we'll run this down. Easy connection for our fuel. Then I need a lovely little wrench right here. All right, good to go. And then we're going to need to adjust this side to go into here. So that is just going to have that in there. All right, and then let's see. Paint. All right, good to go. So that is all of the power and the gas and the exhaust all hooked up. Easy peasy, right? Okay. Now I need to get all of this stuff hooked up. So that may not be so easy peasy. Okay, so input is over here, right? Yes. Okay, so that has to go up to here. Now, can I put a junction here? Will that allow me to do that? Oh, well. Oh, I need a splitter. Yeah, there we go. So that'll just kind of split everything up. It'll go into here, then go into here, then go into there, then go into here, then go into there, then go into here, etc., so on and so forth. Do I want this to be... I mean, probably, right? I think just going to the edge here should be enough, and then we'll flip over to the normal ones. Okay, and I need to do a little turny turn, another little turny turn, another little turny turn. All right. And then I'm going to take this one out and replace this one with a window as well. So I can see if it's like super backed up or not, you know. Okay, so that'll be good there. Okay, so now I need to get all of this stuff. To go this way. Okay, that's going to be a junction going that way. Okay. And then, let's see, we're gonna run this up. Okay, come on. Let's run this up one more. Well, no, you know what? No, it's fine. We're gonna run this here. Okay. This is kind of annoying when it doesn't want to work. Okay. Probably don't want it to do that. Let's run this. I probably don't want it to go through there either. Okay, I do have room up here though, so we'll run this up. And actually, where is that connection? Oh, it's actually here. Okay. So let's get this out of here. Run this over to here. There we go. And then, let's see, this I can take apart and rerun. Oh, I don't have anything that'll go in there like that. Hang on. Okay, so let's go up here, get this going to where I want it to go. Okay, that'll be good there. Need just basic, straight, there we go. Then, a couple more of these, which is why I made so many. Alright, so then this needs to go down, and then we need to go with our inlet here. Perfect. Alright. So that should work there. That'll fill up all of this stuff. And I just gotta start them up. So, here we go. There we go, and that'll continue to back up until we see it in here, and then we'll know that it's really, really full. There we go. Okay, so that's all fun. Okay, so now I just need to start these things. And they should both do their thing. And now we are processing twice as much as we were before. Alright, good to go. So we'll let that run for a little while. We have a lot to catch up on, so take a little bit, I'm assuming. Alright. This needs to take out my waste tank. There we go. Alright, there we go. So that'll be good. Let's see what else. Oh, power is good. So I can probably turn off the Stirling engine room. I didn't name this thing, right? I did not. Okay. XFMR. If you wanted to know what the abbreviation for transformers in the electrical utility world, that's what it is. Let's just call this the boom room. In case you were curious. Now you know. Alright. Okay, so that should be fine. We need water, so we'll just go and get some of that. Oh, before things explode with our water, I need to turn that off. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay. Yeah, it's a little explodey. Oh wait, no, that needs to stay on. Sir, there we go. That's dangerous. Is this, how do I tell if it's broken or not? It doesn't look like it's broken. It would have told me if it was broken, right? Okay. And then that is a lot. Oh no! Okay, that had to be turned off. Hopefully we didn't destroy anything. 65 degrees. It's not terrible. Okay, so we're fine. Nothing exploded, so that's good. Now we just have to wait for that to finish going through all of that, and then cool. And then I need air, and I need water, and I need a shower, and I just need basically all of the things. So okay, so there we go, there we go. Let's see, take a shower. Call that good. We have 0.6 liters. Wait for the chug to go away. And I'm gonna have to make some more charcoal before too long. Good to go. We're down to 2. Alright, next thing. Yes, thank you. Alright, so that's good to go. Our CO2 filter is still doing fairly well. Nothing looks exploded in there, so that's good. This thing is still working to filter everything out here. Okay, so now that we've got all of this doing a thing, you are doing a thing, right? It's processing 0.4 moles? What? Why? Oh, probably because the pressure in there is too much. Alright, how are you guys doing? Everything good? Everything good? Oh, that's got like a whole lot more. Wonder how that worked. You see this, right? There's like over 200, over 250 in this one. And maybe 60 in this one? Like what? I'm so confused. They're both spinning at the same speed too, so I'm not sure what's going on. Very strange. I don't get it, but whatever. It's doing a thing. Alright, what next? Oh, Well, we can turn off all of these because they're just using power unnecessarily. Okay, so that's still going through and doing its thing. This will hopefully be cooling this down. And that's going to take a very long time to drain out because we got too much. And our water filters are still at 100%. What's going on with that? It's weird. That's going through and using the solder to cool things down. So I guess that's good. All right. Let's see. What else do we need to do? Well, we do have some insulated pipes right here. So we can put those in there, I guess. Silicon. I need more. Copper, silicon, we have nothing. Okay. Well, I guess that's just going to be what it is. All right, so next thing I suppose would be to run and fill this thing up with some CO2. I don't know how much we're going to need in there. Probably not that much, but maybe a decent amount. Having a regulator would be nice because then I could fill it up with like a certain megapascal, whatever percentage. Could work maybe. See if I can find reg. If not, I'll just make one. Regulator. Got a lot of... Wait, is that a liquid rig? Volume pump. Turbo volume pump liquid. Okay, so this needs to go down to there. Active vent can go over there. Turbo volume pump for gas. All the rest of this is not really all that useful for what I'm trying to do. All right, well, I suppose we could take this with us because we're going to need a lot of it. I could start setting up the Harveys as well. But first, let's get our pressure reg. That's just going to make one thing. Nope, go all the way down. Okay. I'll just reset that. Alright, so let's go down to like 5 of these and we'll do like 5 Harveys at a time. Hopefully I have enough parts and pieces in here for that. Harvey. I need silicon. Okay, fine. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, are we doing okay here? Still too hot, but that's fine. It's cooling off. Okay. All right, so what we need to do here is to have these things tied. I don't know if we need to have these tied together. I think we just need the output on here, but people keep telling me to tie everything together, so it's fine. We'll just tie everything together. And then this is just going to be used for cooling. And then this will only cool down to like 100 degrees. So that is something important to keep in mind. I'll run this out to this line here. And we need a lot more pipe, which means we need a lot more silicon. And then also, I should probably take out this. That'll be fine. Okay, so how much do I want in here? I want to say 5 megapascals. It should be a fair amount of volume, so it shouldn't cool down too quickly or heat up too quickly. Well, no, then again, we do want it to heat up quickly, because then we can cool down. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter that much, does it? I think we want more volume, because then we can use more of the solder per cycle. So yeah, I think we'll set this to 5 megapascals and then call it good. 5,000. Confirm. Turn that on, I guess. I was gonna run it down and it's like, wait a minute, I've got like a line like right there. Just use it. Okay, so that will go to there and fill it up once we get all the pipes that we need in here. And then we have these that we can drop off for now. All right, I'm gonna see what kind of silicon I've got stored. What are we at? 51 minutes in the video? All right. We have 20 grams here and 25 grams here. It's 45. Whoa, whoa, don't do that. Turn off first. That's how you break these things. Now, would it work if I did that? Yeah, this would just grind to a screeching halt, and I don't think the thing explodes, but you would think that it would explode if you were to do that, but, you know, it's fine, right? All right, and then that and that can both be emptied. And then we have to reset that, empty, empty. Wait, why do you not have... I think this needs to be something different. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. It'll eventually get to the point to where it should work, maybe. But I think I would need a smart chute, because then like overflow would go that way, and then it would just kind of fill that one up all the way. Actually, let me actually do that. This is going to be a nightmare to clean, but hopefully it won't do too much damage. We shall see. Can I not suck these things up? What the? Why? It's an ore, is it not? Why does that not work? Okay, so apparently... Oh, because they can't go into there. Well, that's dumb. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we're just going to be moving these things manually. I think it's a powered chute that I'm thinking of that I need in here. I don't know if there's any way for me to like check that or anything. Whatever, it's fine. Don't care. All right, so I need a powered chute. All right, and then this thing, digital valve right, that's not exactly what I need. Flip-flop splitter. Oh no. Are you kidding me, dude? Okay. That's fine. You want to be dumb? We can be dumb. It's cool. Okay, now I need to be able to access this and change it. Wait, hold on. Is that even the right one that I need? Hang on. Digital valve, chute, digital flip-flop splitter, a chute bin. What is a chute bin? That's interesting. And digital valve. Okay. What do I actually need here? Is this not what I actually need? What other things do we have here? We have a junction. Okay, so that merges. We have a splitter, which is not working quite right. We have a valve. Oh, there we go. Chute overflow. Okay. So that'll be good there. I think that's actually what we need here. Okay, so this... There we go. Okay, so that is what I need right there. So I didn't need to do all this craziness here. All right. So overflow, it'll fill this up and then it'll fill into there. So that should do everything that we need, hopefully. And that already has stuff in there, so that's why it's not flipping over right now. All right. Reverse that, or reset that, I should say. Reset that, turn these both on. We should be okay. All right. And that's gone and done all of the things. There is another dirty ore in there. Okay, and I think there's even more back here. Okay. Okay, but I think that's hopefully all of it. Okay, so that's done, and we're actually right at an hour 2, which is good. I needed the silicon, so hopefully I've got some. I have 1 stack. All right, that can turn off. Okay, and that is going to need a little bit more juice. There we go. All right, and then we can have that go and make its thing. All right, so we should be good to go now. All right, so this powered chute, don't really have a use for it right now. But we are at an hour, so that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.